Amanda here. Thanks so much for joining me. So today I'm going to unbox this with you and share my experience of it with you, what it is and what it does. And the main reason that I'm sharing it is because I can guarantee that once I start using it on my, and people see me using it on my videos, that they're going to want to know what it is and where it's come from. So I was put onto this by Susie Mac Creations, and she used it in her video, and I was that person that went, oh my goodness, what is that and where have you got it from? So it's from My Sweet Petunia, and it's a precision glue press. Now the reason I'm getting it is because I am very heavy-handed with my glue. I use way too much, so I wanted something with a precision tip. So it's also really good if you're bad with your hands, okay, because you've got the little squeezy trigger, so you can just have a bit more control over your glue. Also, it's got this stand, so you can put it back, and as and when you're using it, it's not going to leak, and I'll show you why it's not going to leak. And also it's got the thin metal precision tip, and the lids have the metal pin already actually in the lid. So no messing about with getting stainless steel pins with loads of charms on, which are fantastic, okay, because I've got them. My friend Karen made me these. But I find them, I mean, these aren't too bad because she's done them quite subtle, but people with great big dangles hanging down from the glue bottles, I couldn't be doing with, personally, I couldn't be doing with it. It'd get in my way. So clean lines, good brand. It's not cheap, okay, I will say that. However, I do believe that good tools are worth investing in. There's certain things that I will not buy cheap of. One of them is craft tools, okay? So I'm kind of going by the brand and the confidence that the brand has got a good reputation, all right? It is only plastic, but it's got metal components in it, so it should be more than sturdy enough, as long as you don't, go jumping up and down on it. So in the packaging, this is what you get. So you get your stand, you get a bottle of the Nouveau glue, okay. Now I got this from Bumbleberry, is my address on there? No, my address isn't on there. Bumbleberry Crafts, and again, Susie shared that company with me. They do a lot of the, American brand products, or what I call high-end craft products, expensive stuff that I won't usually buy. I'd say I can't afford it. I can afford it. I'm just very, very, very careful when it comes to buying. I suppose I'm a little bit tight with my money, a bit mean with money. Bumbleberry Crafts, and it was here, what did I, in about a day, in next to no time. It was here in next to no time. Now, I've waited for it to come. Susie, again, told me that it was in stock, because when I went to order it originally, it had gone out of stock, so I had to wait for it to come back in. You could pre-order it, but I don't like pre-ordering things and sending people my money before I've actually got confirmation that that product is allocated to me. Right, so here's the bottle. So I should imagine you... Oh, right, you push it out. So you load it from the back like that. Okay, like putting a gun in a holster. All right, that slides in quite easy once you get the hang of it. Okay, so you get this. Now, I don't know what this glue is like. This is the Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive by with My Sweet Petunia. So they've obviously... Tonic Studios, so they've obviously collabed. I like the little gems on the top of Nouveau stuff. So there you've got a very fine precision tip there, very fine. I don't know if you can see that, it's very fine. And in the lid here you've got a needle. Now in the so obviously when you finish that, this comes undone, does it, or does this come out? I'm not sure. Yeah, so that unscrews. So it all unscrews. So you can, once that's empty, you can put whatever glue you want in, or you can get some more of this. Okay, and you can obviously wash that out with warm water should it get bunged up, but the fact that you've got that metal pin should stop it from bunging up. Okay, then you've got a spare bottle. So this is empty. It says refillable bottle. So again, so that comes off with the pin. That one is a little bit bigger than that one. If you see, that one's really tiny and that one's slightly wider. Okay, so I'm going to try them both eventually and see how they go. So it comes unscrewed like that to put your glue in. Okay, and then the lid has got that pin in. Like I say, this one's slightly larger, so that pin's more substantial. It's not going to bend. Okay, and you can put what you like in there. Now, I did read the bump that comes with it, and it does say not to use solvent-based glues. Now, that's what I use. I use Collall. So I'll try this, but I'll probably want to refill this bottle with my Collall. Now, I should imagine that they're saying no solvent-based because these components are plastic, and over time, solvent could, you know, give signs of wear and tear. But this little component in here, I don't know if you can see this pink disc. What that does is when your glue's in and it's facing down on there, it's like it'll give like a seal so it won't leak. So maybe they found that over time solvent-based glues could cause some kind of corrosion to the plastic. But I'm going to risk it. I'm not saying you should, but I'm going to. Also, solvent-based glues, I know like Fabri-Tac and Beacon would very much clog up in that metal tip. Okay, I know that Collall more than likely won't. I've never had problems with Collall clogging. And I also know from experience using Collall that if it was to clog, all I need to do is take that tip off and run it under a hot tap, leave it to soak, and it'll run free again. So I'm not worried. So I'm going to be refilling this with my Collall. I'm not saying you should, because that goes against what it says on the things. My hand-eye this is the only thing with these little pin things. My hand-eye coordination's shocking. So you take your lid off, and that little round thing there is to put your lid on so you don't lose it. Okay, so it's there. It's not rolling around on your desk. Then you obviously load that in there, and then you can put it in the holster. Okay, and you can have it. And I don't know if you can see in there, the tip of the glue is going to press against this like silicone thing. I don't know the technical term for it. I don't work for Sweet Petunia. They're not giving me any commission. You know, I'm just sharing with you because people will ask. So this is like a silicone thing, and it's got a bit of cushion. And the weight of that is going to press against that, and it's going to create a bit of a seal so that your glue's not going to seep out. Okay, that's the theory, but it didn't do them. And then you squeeze that and your glue's going to come out. So let's glue this on here. Let's see what it's like. Okay, is it coming out? Oh, so that is the very skinny one, and I'm liking that. I'm liking the skinny line of it. The reason being, I am very heavy-handed with my glue, and it splodges out because I put too much on. Okay, I put far too much on, and so this will stop me putting too much on, and it's splodging. It'll also make my glue last longer. So I'll put that on there. I'll have to see what this Nouveau glue is like. I've not used it before, so I can't recommend or not recommend it. But that's gone down pretty quick. I'll have to, once I've used all of this, I'll have to tell you what I think of it. There we go. That's on there. And what else? Let's just quickly do this, and I'm just testing how much pressure you need to use, etc. You don't need to use a lot of pressure at all, and it comes out very, very easily and very sparingly. And then obviously, if you want more, you just blather it all over, which I tend to tend to do, because I like to make a great big mess. So I've got this very, very fine edge that I need to glue here. See, around this frame. Now normally when I'm using my collal with which I just use a standard bottle, which is like the Beacon 3-in-1 bottles. Okay, I get it everywhere. Okay, I know you can get like the Ice Bell bottles or whatever they are, but they're not easy to get in England. I think they're an American thing. Ice in Bell or whatever. And I liked the idea of this, and also the stand to put it on. Okay, I just liked the idea of it, so I treated myself. Like I say, it wasn't cheap. They're not cheap things. I believe that they are imported from America by Bumbleberry Paper Crafts, because it's an American, Sweet Petunia is an American brand. Not really, it's not commonplace. I don't know if anyone else sells it. They may well do. I don't know. It's just where I got it from. But the prices will be much of a muchness. Things like that normally are. Okay, when they're branded, then, you know, the prices are kind of fixed, aren't they? So that's gone on nice, and that glue's gone on quite nice. So I've got no splodging like I've normally got. I've got a tiny bit there. No splodging like I've normally got. I haven't got any glue on my hands, which is a bonus, because I normally end up with glue on my hands with this. No glue on my hands. I've got nice tidy work because I've been able to use less glue. And yeah, I'm quite impressed with that. So if you're interested in that, as I say, it's not cheap, ladies and gents. It isn't. As far as craft tools go, it's quite expensive. I think it's a ludicrous price, really. But I waited several months and saved up to purchase it because I just figured it would make my life a lot easier. And some things are worth paying for, aren't there? So there you go. There's my little review on the My Sweet Petunia Precision Glue Press. Okay, so it's up to you whether you want one. As I say, I don't get any, you know, I don't do affiliate links and Amazon links and all of that, because I can't be bothered with all of the complicated stuff when it comes to doing my tax returns. Just earn my money from my digitals, and my other little job that I've got that's secret. I don't need to be adding on other stuff. So there we go. That's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.